warm hello to our friends. If you are new or returning, we thank you for tuning in and thank you for just joining us today on the Jumper Cable Records podcast, where we together discover new artists and learn from industry professionals. I'm super excited because today we've got a fantastic show. We're sitting down with East Tennessee natives, folk-Americana duo, Ms. Laurel Wright and Wes Lunsford.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Yes. We are so excited. Thank you for both opening your door to us, because honestly, if you're watching on YouTube, we're actually sitting in their home in Nashville, and I'm pretty cozy, to be honest.
This is it.
But, I mean, I'm feeling utterly, completely honored for your time. So thank you for having us.
Thank you. We've been looking forward to it, so we're excited.
Same. Well, I'd like to break the ice as we get started here. Can you let our listeners know who you are and something like, I don't know, your favorite go-to drink on an airplane?
Okay.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah? That works.
You go first.
All right, let's go.
Okay, can you tell me one more time?
Who you are.
Okay,
Yeah.
who I am, and then my go-to drink on a plane. Okay, I am, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I am Laurel Wright, and my go-to drink on a plane is probably going to be wild turkey.
You have never ordered wild turkey on a plane.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah,
I didn't expect that answer.
because me and
Nice.
Patrick talk about it.
Oh,
I swear.
that's wild turkey.
There's a debate.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. I don't order drinks that often, but when I do,
You go wild turkey.
because usually I'm sleeping. So if
That's
I'm
true. That's true.
So
okay.
Go wild
Usually
turkey.
I had my
I like
headphones
that.
in,
Thank
so
you.
I wouldn't even know what you
I just
ordered.
needed some validation. Okay,
You
go
got
ahead. Got
You
it.
got it. My name's Wes Lunsford, and I've been on a big Fresca kick lately.
Yes.
I don't know why. I just had it for the first time in a decade the other day, and I'm hooked again. It's awesome.
And they have those on planes now. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
so. Yeah.
Yeah? I'm pretty sure.
They're getting bougie.
They are getting bougie. We were just on it. That's why it was on the forefront of my mind, is we were just on an airplane this last week, and I was like, yeah, what are everybody's go-to drinks?
I love it.
What's a movie that you can watch over and over and it never gets old?
Peter Pan.
The Disney one.
Yeah, which version?
Yeah, the Disney one.
The
like
Disney
like
Oh yeah.
like the OG, I guess.
Cartoon one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
Whenever Laurel's sick, that's the one she wants to watch.
Aww. Comfort me. Aww.
Mine is you can probably see around you. Mine is probably Evil Dead.
Yes.
I could watch that. I've watched it hundreds of times, and I could watch it
I
again.
know.
Right
I'm
now.
like getting worried about the background.
I
I'm
just
like,
got
what is
so
it?
excited. You know what's funny? Okay. I feel like you guys are my people. Peter Pan is one of my favorite stories of all time. And Evil Dead is just, yeah, that's a great answer. It's so entertaining.
And the first one was filmed close to where we grew up.
Yep.
Is that so?
Mhm.
That's sweet. It's like the perfect balance of comedy and thriller. I think it's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good comedy.
That's a good description.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I like your answers. I like getting to know y'all. This is great. Okay. Next question. You've just decided out of the blue you want to become a world-renowned disc jockey, otherwise known as a DJ. But your stage name must be the name of an Italian food dish. What's your stage name, DJ?
Fettuccine?
DJ Fettuccine.
That's good. I was thinking DJ Rigatoni.
Oh, I like that one.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like
that's a
that.
good one.
I like that.
Fettuccine.
That's good.
Okay.
See, what I like about Italian dishes is it's all catchy,
Oh yeah, it could
Like-
be any of them.
memorable.
DJ Lasagna.
Where did you learn
Lasagna?
this? It's just interesting. How did you know
What did you
this?
think of that?
Made
Yeah.
this up. I don't know. I don't know.
I like your brain. Okay.
DJ Alfredo. That's a good one,
Ooh,
too.
yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe that's mine. Oh.
Maybe
Oh,
that's
mine.
mine.
Well, I think that's like some people's actual names.
That might be a real
though.
DJ. I'm not sure.
Maybe that's why it sounds so good. And delicious. All right. Okay. This is a would you rather. Would you rather? Wes is. Are you nervous?
Yes, he's making give me anxiety.
Oh.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Okay.
Do you need a blanket, like security blanket?
Yeah,
All right.
get your shrubbery.
There you go. Would you rather fight a kangaroo or a badger?
Oh, badger for me, I think. Just because I've seen kangaroos with boxing gloves. They know how to fight.
Okay, then now I'm learning that. I'm going to say badger.
But I feel like badgers would bite and claw a lot more, but I don't know. So
Yeah, when I think badger, I think just sharp.
yeah. So
Yeah, but I'm
Relentless.
5 foot, so kangaroos are like jumpy
in their
and...
pouch.
I guess.
Distract them. They would think you were their child.
The Joey.
Yeah, they would think you were Joey. DJ Joey.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, so have you seen a kangaroo with boxing gloves like more than once?
Well, just in
Is this-
cartoons, really.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's ever happened in real life. But Looney Tunes, I base most of my lessons on that.
That's a pretty good foundation, I think. I don't think. What's your straight answer, Laurel?
Badger.
Badger.
Yeah,
I
I don't
think
want
you
to...
could take a badger.
And I don't really want to fight a kangaroo.
Alright. Last rapid fire. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This one's a little more serious. We have a big movement happening across all genres of music right now, and that's the nostalgic movement. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but pop songs, pop rock, country, they all have kind of a slew of songs out right now that are all about like 90s country, or I miss
Mm-hmm.
90, maybe not, early 2000s emo or whatever it is. So if you had to curate a little tour of your own, what are 3 artists or bands that you are commissioning on this nostalgia tour?
Yeah, that's a tough question. Okay.
It's packed. Yeah.
Okay, I got it, I think.
Okay, you go.
And it's gonna be guitar focused festival,
Okay.
but all genres, or 3 genres, I guess. So it would be
Ooh.
Okay.
George Benson, a little jazzy, and then we
Yeah.
have Jerry Reed for country, then we'd have Van Halen as the
Oh
rock.
my.
That's it.
Listen.
That
I'm, gonna say,
Are you praying?
I'm just thinking, because this is a hard question.
This is a hard question.
This is the question that brings me anxiety.
Oh, dang.
No.
Here.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to say Patsy Cline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say
You don't have to be dead.
Jason Isbell and Leanne Womack.
Ooh.
Oh, yours is generational. It's good.
Yeah?
Wow. Yeah. It'd be like evolution of music there.
I like it.
These are fantastic shows that I personally want to attend. No.
Except for Patsy Cline.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
What? That's true. That's true. No, but she's on the up and up again.
She
People are
is.
using her music in TikToks. So
Really?
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm on the wrong TikTok, I think.
But in that same vein, talking about all different kinds of genres of music and the music industry, I do want to talk about the life that you two breathed into the music industry. Laurel, with your sultry vocals, and Wes's seamless guitar. And honestly, you guys are so smooth. If you haven't listened to them, pause this episode, go on Spotify and stream all their music because it is seamless. But the Young Fables has kind of like you've got a classic country sound. Bluesy, almost bluesy.
Yep.
It's jazzy. But even with that classic sound, you two are able to maintain just this very earnest way through your lyrics. Very human songwriting. Yeah, it's just a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
So, but I just want to talk about it because you've clearly been able to come together and create something unique and beautiful within the Young Fables. And I want to know kind of like who were your early influencers to your individual sounds before coming together?
That's good.
I mean, I grew up on a lot of like classic country stuff. Loretta Lynn,
Yeah.
Patsy Cline,
Yeah.
and then the Chicks and Gretchen Wilson, and just Leanne Womack. And so for me, that's kind of where I lived before Wes, I think.
I grew up we're from the same hometown, but we didn't know each other. I grew up not listening to country at all.
Okay.
And so I was in the rock and heavy metal and punk rock and all that stuff. When I turned 18, I got really into jazz. And that's what I did. That was for years and years I played jazz. And it's weird because I got this contract gig where I went over to China for 6 months. And I played over there jazz and R&B. And while I was over there, for some reason, I just started listening to country music. And I fell in love with it. And as soon as I got back to the States, I met Laurel. And we started playing together.
Whoa.
So it's weird. Glenn Campbell was the one that he opened my mind to country music.
That's awesome.
It's weird having completely different backgrounds, but coming from literally the same place.
Yeah, and in a heart of country music.
Yeah, so.
That's the cool thing about music, though,
Mm-hmm.
is it reaches different people at different times. That's way cool. You obviously bring your own flavors to the table, but it just comes together so harmoniously. So that's so cool. All right. So when two become one, can y'all give us the inside scoop? Did the Young Fables kind of gradually, more organically form, or was there a defining moment where you two knew you had to just collaborate?
Yes.
For both of
Yeah.
those things?
Yeah. How did the partnership come about, I guess?
We played together for a year.
That was the organic part. We played together, for a while. Just it was Laurel Wright. I was playing guitar. And then we started writing. I remember Laurel brought a new song in, and it was just me. The rest of the band wasn't there. She's like, "What do you think of this?" And we started writing songs together after that.
Yeah, collaborating more, even not just on lyrics, but guitar parts.
Yeah, totally.
Even for my first record, I forget this sometimes. It was the album right before.
The two.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was texting you in the studio, and I was like,
What's that part? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Remember?
Yeah.
So it's wild that we've just been.
Yeah, and then eventually we played every show together, and we were just let's make a duo.
I did American Idol, and I was in Hollywood for 2 weeks, and I just remember being there. Not that I didn't want to do the American Idol thing, I just knew at that point, being away and just knowing what made me happy, that I didn't want to do it by myself anymore.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to play music with Wes, and yeah, that's when I kind of knew, I want to do the Fables.
I like that. I love when something just becomes, it clicks, becomes so clear. So, okay, so let's backpedal a little bit. How did y'all actually meet initially and start working together?
I needed a guitar player for a gig.
Yeah.
And my
As
drummer
one
was
does.
my drummer was I don't know, this guy named Wes. So
that was it. And I just came in, it was the day before the show or something, I can't remember. And that was it. We played the show. That was the beginning. And we played almost every show together since that
Oh,
day.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Are you all hearing this? This is so sweet. I love this. Okay. All right. So, your latest record, your third album, is called Pages. It was released last fall. And it's, again, I have to stop and just say, it's radiant. It's a beautiful body of work. You guys are just amazing. Do you feel like this album had a particular mission statement behind it? Or what was the inspiration behind Pages?
what does Patrick call it? It's a record we kind of had to do. I feel a lot happened in between Old Songs and Pages. Old Songs is our second record. And I don't know, it was just kind of one of those records, I had a lot I wanted to say, we went through a lot together, and it was kind of one of those things that, I wanted to address it because, on our socials and stuff, we try to be very honest, and same in our artistry and in our songwriting, so I don't remember what the question was, but
but
I was like, going somewhere with that.
There's a theme to it, and like I think really what it is there was a lot, like personally, that we had to say, but also the reason that it's called Pages. There's not a song on there called Pages, but it's like turning the chapters of your life. It's like there's happy parts, there's really sad parts, there's parts that are uncomfortable, you don't like to talk about, and things like that. And so that record, we really wanted it to portray that, not just be sad songs, or not just be,
just kind of like life,
That's so good. That's so good, and you feel that as a listener, I will say, you feel that through your music. That's so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, so now I'm curious, is there a particular song off the album that sways you a little bit more than the rest? Like one that you're especially excited to perform, or just one that you maybe was more cathartic to record?
I would think I might know yours.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
No, guess. Okay, you guess mine, and I'll guess yours.
Okay, let's do that. I think yours is She Was Mine.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can explain why. I just wanted to see if I
Yeah. Well, She Was Mine, it's not necessarily a song that I just love performing, but we wrote that song. My sister passed away in 2018, so she was like the first loss that I ever really had. So I still have my grandparents and all that good stuff. So I had a lot of questions for God, and I questioned my faith a lot. And Wes and I, we like writing about uncomfortable things. So that song just really says a lot about how I felt, how I'm feeling, and how I kind of, feel throughout my life. Like everyone goes up and down in what they believe, you know what I mean? And they question. So that song for me it's special. So very sad.
It is a special song.
But it's special to me. So.
Thank you for sharing it with the world. Really.
No, thanks for listening.
Like you said, it needed to be an album. It needed to be written.
Yeah. And I know it's a very niche thing to have lost like a sibling or, something like that. But I'm like, for the people that have lost siblings, it was important for me to tell that story, or for whoever needed to hear it. So.
Absolutely.
You want to guess mine?
I'm going to say Where Are You Lonesome?
That is a good one, but I am going to go with
I was wrong.
Look at Us, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that one. Okay, go.
I would have not guessed that.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I just would have not
To me, it's like, well, it's sort of the jazzy kind of feel, but also, like, it is a linchpin between the 3 records that we've made, where it's like the first record is called 2, and it was the first stuff we did, and the song 2 was sort of like our young love kind of thing. And then on old songs, there's Half As Good, where it's like an evolution of that. And I feel like Look at Us is the third of that sort of trifecta.
Aww.
That was really sweet, Wes.
She's in a puddle here.
I know, I'm kind of speechless. I'm like,
That's very sweet. No, it sounds like it comes full circle. Even in the song, it sounds that way. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like a I hate to say, like, mature love song where it's like we've been through some stuff,
Absolutely.
And it's like, well, look at us now.
And that's really like the overarching feel of the album is the stuff that you went, the stuff. Like what life is. That is the stuff that you went through.
Yeah.
Can you share with our listeners today maybe some creative hacks or some advice through the songwriting process that you had to go through with Pages, and maybe even before that? Can you share with us some insight on how to tell your story for our fellow songwriters who are listening? Like even people in a completely different industry, I feel like as humans we tend to put up a wall and not necessarily produce something that is honest, just something that gets us by. So what are some things you two have found that has helped you open up and and just allow your stories to be told.
Well, I think you said it. Being honest and being open is like, that is the thing that you need to do and the thing that you need to be when going into a room to write.
Yeah.
And also, like, I've learned just to kind of stick to a moment instead of trying to, sometimes, I don't know where we learned this, but like sometimes you can have 3 songs in one song.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I think it was our buddy Chris Robbins was talking about that to us. And he was like, you know, instead of trying to write a song, let's say, about going to the nightclub, having a great time, and that's it. Maybe this song is about standing on the dance floor of the nightclub and seeing somebody's eyes. And that's what the song is. It's that moment in time, you know, and like, let's talk about that. So it's instead of like trying to tell epic stories, it's about telling what is that moment.
Like powerful
whatever,
moments.
Yeah.
So.
Whoa.
Oh, neat, right?
That's really neat. Well, and that's, you know, what really draws people in. I love that. Because everybody has those same human emotions, whether it's the same moment, it's the feeling that you're describing in the song, and that's cool.
And it's like we wrote, so we have a documentary called Fable, the song that follows us writing one song, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And all the things surrounding that. But I always think of that where we're talking in that documentary, I think we were writing the song, it's like, it doesn't have to be like a vague thing all the time. It doesn't have to be like, oh, we're going to write about love. It can be something very specific, writing about your sister who's gone. You know? Not everyone has that in their life, thankfully. But everyone can relate to the pain that feels because somebody's lost somebody.
Exactly.
Doesn't it? So it's like being very specific with things can a lot of times, you know, show the truth of the emotion behind it.
That was beautiful.
Whoa, right? Like drop and like knocks the shirt over. Done. That was good. I hope you all are taking notes.
I am. Where's my phone?
Well, you both, like I said, you are both so inspiring. Thank you for pouring into us today. I guarantee our listeners are just jonesing to follow you. Can you please let our listeners know how to connect with you, where to follow you, any upcoming live gigs that we can see you, where we can see you?
So just theyoungfables.com. That's where you can find us. Socials.
Everywhere, right?
Socials, merch,
nice.
Live shows, all the things.
And this year we're touring a lot, so depending on where you're at, come see us. And we're even starting in 2024, so that'll be even broader. So if you're farther away from us, then we'll see you then.
Yay!
Woo! Dang!
We got plans.
Yes.
Yeah, and you guys have new merch, right?
Yes.
You got some hoodies out, so check those out on the website.
They're soft.
Very soft.
They
And
look
thin.
so soft.
Springtime, summertime.
Yeah. They're really cute too, so.
Thanks.
And then on Instagram, you guys are the Young Fables official.
Yep.
Okay? Awesome. Well, watch out, world. So you all have just discovered with me the folk-Americana duo, the Young Fables. They've got their latest album, Pages, out right now. They've got shows coming up. They've got tour dates. You've got to check theyoungfables.com. And on Instagram, go follow them right now at the Young Fables official. Y'all are so much fun. Thank you so much for tuning in again to the Jumper Cable Records podcast. If you like what you've heard today, please be sure to rate and review us so that we can continue to discover more emerging artists and continue to learn together. We're excited to hear an acoustic exclusive from the Young Fables, so keep listening.
He slammed the door, I let him go. Should've done that years ago. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Getting up each morning and feeling nothing. It feels right to let him know. It feels good to hit the road. I just wanna drive